Hey guys, if I sound like a robot today, it's because I'm have a really fucking bad cold and I'm sick and I'm tired and I'm cranky. So we just went to go see a movie today. As you can see, Grant's here, and Grant brought a friend today. So do you want to introduce yourself, Grant's friend?
Hi, I'm Asian, and my name's Leonard.
Oh, you're gonna go the racist route right away.
Yes.
That's gonna be your description on the fucking fan pop page. It's like, hey, there's Leonard, the Asian guy.
Yes.
Great. I can't wait for those comments.
Yes, white boy.
I'm the whitest boy. That's my description. Now, what was it? What did it used to be before the guy changed it? It was like mean-spirited fanboy. That's what it was.
All right.
That still makes me laugh to myself. I was like, damn right I am. Okay, so yeah, we just went to go see Pixar's second movie of the year, which is a phrase I never thought I'd actually say. The Good Dinosaur. I kind of have the same opinion about The Suspector, which is like, I feel like the big faultless movies that came out after Inside Out, which is, you know, a phenomenally good, like easily one of the best movies of the year, if not the best movie of the year.
Yeah.
And then we come to this movie, which is still really good for what it is, but it's nowhere near as good as Inside Out.
Yeah, like this definitely a decent serviceable Pixar movie. You know, I'd say kind of along the same vein as Brave.
I like this one better than Brave.
A little bit, yeah.
Because I feel like this one didn't fall into like the same Disney cliches that Brave did. I mean, with the exception of like, you know, dead parents. Spoiler. It's in the trailer. No, like, the one thing I like about this movie is what I love about Pixar movies, and what I think distinguishes from Brave is that the world in this movie is so much more interesting than the one in Brave. And like, if I'm myself really getting into it, I think it's why, like...
Well, that's I think the reason being is because they kind of made this,
it's like...
Ironically, I used an ironic term, man versus nature. Like,
yeah, conflict. I mean, it's kind of like Home on the Range or like Old Yeller. It's a story you've seen a million times, but as I've said before in this show, it's like, you know, it doesn't matter if, like, every idea in Hollywood's been done to death. I mean, that's just where we're at. It's not so much if you're not doing anything new, it's more if you're doing what's been done before well. Yeah. And I think this is done very well here. I mean, the character, like, I love the characters, I love the supporting cast is great.
Yeah, especially that really underdeveloped family.
I thought the family was fine. I mean, like, yeah, I could use more development on a lot of the stuff, but at the same time...
Which family? The human family? Or the dinosaur?
Dinosaur's family.
The dinosaur family?
Yeah. The family of Arlo, our protagonist.
Like, I mean, especially considering this movie kind of went through development hell for a while, I mean, I think it's not trying to be a phenomenal movie. I think it's trying to be a simple movie, and I think in that it succeeds. What do you think, Leonard?
It needs a rewrite or two.
You think so? Like, what do you mean?
The first scene that pops in my head is Psychedelic Peaches. The rotten Psychedelic Peaches.
The weird drug trip that just kind of comes and goes.
I'm still laughing at just what you said after that scene.
Wait, what? I don't even remember.
A family movie.
Oh, right. A family picture. Yeah.
Family picture. That is directly from Nostalgia Critic.
Yeah, I know. Because we were clearly never ripped off that before.
Yes.
All right, what do you mean this is a copy of Midnight Screenings? I don't know what you're talking about. Hey.
Oh, yeah. I don't know what you're talking about.
So, I mean, like, it's a very basic story. It starts off, like, again, I think what it does, like, the movie does for me is just the fact that it is a unique take on a dinosaur movie. Yeah. And I like that it kind of made, like, a kind of almost like a farm western kind of movie. And I like that about it. And it's like, again... It's kind of like the James Bond movies. I don't need every movie of, like, every Bond movie to be Skyfall. I don't need that. I'm okay with just a simple, fun movie. And that's what this was for me. Like, I don't need every Pixar movie to be Inside Out. I don't need everyone to be, like, heart-wrenching Toy Story 3. A simple movie every now and again is fine. Especially since we got a really good Pixar movie earlier this year. Yeah. So, like, I'm okay with like, kind of a step back a little bit.
Yeah. I mean, as long as, it was a good movie. That's all I wanted.
Yeah, that's kind of where I'm at, too.
Because remember, you were especially a little apprehensive about the film.
I was. Like, well, it's like, you know, I'm always skeptical of kid voice actors and all that
Actually,
stuff.
that was Anna Paquin, so it wasn't a kid voice actor.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, that was Rogue.
Son of a bitch.
Rogue is
She did a good job.
Yeah.
She did a good job. Good for her.
That is a really good job then.
I know, right?
That is.
But it's like, it starts out simple enough. It's about basically what would happen if the meteor that was supposed to destroy dinosaurs missed. Like, okay, great what if scenario right there. And then it goes into like, okay, so dinosaurs become more evolved. They start building their own farmlands. They build their own silos. Basically turns into, come on now, son, let's go get the critters off our porch, kind of that kind of thing. And like, for some reason, it just really fucking worked for me. And I guess it's such a gorgeous movie.
Yeah, the animation was. Whew.
I mean, like,
You'd be hard pressed to tell the landscapes were animated.
I know, like, it's getting to the point where it's almost kind of scary just how good the fucking landscapes are.
Yes.
But through once in our, like, Arlo is the runt of the litter, basically. He's like the smallest kid, he's the weakest kid, and he's one that's like can't quite make his mark, literally, because on the silo, like, their mark in the family is like, if you do something spectacular, you help out in a big way, you get to put your own little paw mark on the silo, and that's like the family tradition. Everyone's managed to do it. Because Arlo has two, like a brother and a sister, one named Buck, and the other one, I forget the girl's name, but...
Crap,
Starts with an L. Was it?
Yeah.
Something like that. Either way, it's not that important. They're not really in the movie all that much.
Yeah, they're in there. They're just kind of there.
Yeah, I mean, at the same time, I felt like the family was there for as long as it needed to be. I would have liked more of them, but like, okay, they were in there enough that I got the relationship.
Yeah.
The same goes for Papa too.
Yeah.
Because of course they're saying to the dad is they really spend more time on the dad than they do any other member of the family, and yeah, there's a reason for that. They kill him off in the first act, and I will admit, and after that happens, of course things kind of go wrong, and Arlo gets swept away.
Yeah. I was kind of laughing at how anticlimactic the reason was. He just kind of tripped.
Well, oh yeah, because he just kind of fell into the river. Because before that, what kind of spearheads everything is that there's a critter that's eating all the corn, so they gotta set a trap for the critter. Turns out it's a human boy. But instead of just horribly squashing the human boy, like Daddy wanted,
you're gonna kill a living thing and love it. That wasn't in the movie.
No,
might as well have been though.
Yeah, at the same time, that would make Dad kind of a dick if they did that.
For a
But
while,
like, because like basically Dad just wants to really push Arlo into becoming a braver, stronger person. But he realized like after they start kind of chasing the critter down, after Arlo lets it go because he just can't get himself to kill a helpless human. They kind of chase after it, but after a while, the dad kind of realizes and push him too hard. He's like, okay, let's go back. But that's not before a big storm hits, and then Daddy gets swept up in a huge fucking landslide, apparently.
Yep.
Which apparently is also very common in these parts.
Yeah. I love how which admittedly did kind of give me a bit of a problem with the ending.
Yeah, I mean, I think you and I thought the exact same thing. Like, wait a minute, if that killed the dad right away, which makes perfect sense, why didn't it kill Arlo right away?
Yeah.
But that's jumping way ahead of the game.
Yeah.
But of course, they spend a little more time after Dad's death to kind of show like the family struggling without him and blah 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 blah. And I will admit, I did kind of like although it was very brief, I did like how they explored kind of the aftermath a little bit.
Yeah.
But he realizes Arlo has to step up his game, but he's having trouble doing that. But random circumstances happen, and he runs into a little boy again. They both get swept in the river, and then it's basically him as a boy and his dog story after that.
Yeah.
Or coming of age boy and his dog story, which I was perfectly fine with.
Boy and his dog with Stockholm Syndrome.
Pretty much, yeah.
As you put it.
Because like the human boy, I guess feels an attachment to Arlo after he didn't kill him. Okay, sure.
Yeah. You chased me into a river and I nearly drowned. I love you.
Well, he brings him berries. It's okay. Yeah. After, trying to feed him a lizard and then a bug.
Yeah, I was like, we're both kind of a Jesus moment.
Yeah, because the boy just like, I love the reaction on, like, they call him Spot. Like, Spot's face. It's kind of like, dude, I brought you food. What the fuck? Eat it. It's supposed to be good for you. Jesus, what the fuck? Everyone's like, it's a bug. See, you eat it like this. Grabs the head, rips it off.
And it's like, Arlo had like the same reaction. I think we just like.
It's like, no. Jesus, it's a Pixar movie. Calm down.
No, it's not a tiny bug. It's about the size of a. How do you say it?
Our torsos.
I was gonna say bloatfly, but I'm playing a lot of Fallout recently. That was my first thought. I was like, oh, it's a blowfly. Oh, wait. It's not playing.
It was not a small bug.
So yeah, after that, they climb a mountain, find more berries. Spot tries to protect him, which Arlo kind of ignores, and then he nearly gets killed by a lamia.
Yeah, and after that, the whole rest of the movie is about just them trying to get back, Arlo trying to get back home, and then developing a relationship with Spot, and then just the wacky characters and antics they cross along the way. And I will say, as brief as these like supporting characters were in the movie, I did like each one of them was very distinct and very likable.
Yeah,
and I think they're honestly kind of my favorite parts about the movie, like just the weird fucking triceratops they run into.
Oh, yeah.
Who has like just apparently just collects like symbiotic animals on his trunk.
He had the best freaking line.
And it just talks like just an insane person.
Yeah,
just
he's got like these. He's like this cross-eyed
triceratops. Was it triceratops?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like it almost sounds like they're trying to make him like some guy who thinks he's a shaman, but really he's probably just kind of crazy.
Yeah, probably a little bit of both. Either way, it's like he has a like symbiotic relationship with all these creatures that he collects, and like one's like, "This is Fury. He protects me from the creatures of the night." It's like a little gecko, and I'm like, "This is what's the other one?" It was like, "This is Killer. He protects me against mosquitoes."
Yeah,
and this is Dream Crusher. He protects me from unrealistic goals. And this is Daisy.
Was it?
It was like Daisy or Dobby or something like that.
It was, yeah, I think it was Daisy.
It was Debbie.
It was Debbie.
There we go.
Yeah, that was Debbie.
And it just a bird's like.
Yep, and just like,
but
I guess she just really likes Debbie.
Yeah.
But Debbie apparently is like the manipulator, because every time he squawks, it's like, yes, we must have the boy. Kind of creepy, really. Like, we must have it, precious. Kind of, a little bit. But the goal is like, okay, first one to name the boy that he responds to gets to keep it. So Spot is the one that wins, and Arlo gets the human dog thing. Anyway, like you got that. You got I think my favorite the T-Rex. The T-Rex is like,
oh yeah, the T Ranchers.
The T Ranchers. Like I so much what I like this movie is just the world building.
Yeah.
Like I like the pterodactyls to find like almost an insane religious experience with following a storm. I thought that was great. Like I loved the farmer T-Rexes. I thought that was fantastic.
Yeah.
There's a lot of creative ideas here.
And sorry, just thought of a better name for it.
What?
Tyrannosaurus Rex.
No. No. Fuck off with that.
Yeah. But yeah, you're right. The side characters just like they are a lot of fun and
like it just builds such a great creative world in a way that we haven't seen like in a dinosaur movie before. It's like I wanted to see more of it, to be honest. Like I want to see what else they could do with it. Is there a larger dinosaur society? I don't know. Wouldn't that be fucking cool if that was the case? Like just great landscapes and just great visual ideas, and like, man, I really want to see more of that. So like this is like one of the few Pixar movies I would love it if it actually got a sequel. Because I think there's more you can do with this world. I do.
True, but
true that.
It's kind of like that whole idea, but at the same time, it's like it was kind of like that whole idea of like, well, the original joke about Finding Nemo 2.
What was it?
It's just like it feels like they'd kind of just be doing the same thing.
Well, like, no, I think there's a lot more you can do with this world than that. I think there's a lot of directions you can take this. Like, I really do think there is. The problem is you gotta do it. I mean, we got 3 different Toy Story movies. You could have said it could have ended at any one of them, and yet everyone has been a fresh experience.
That is true, and the hell, they're even making a 4th one.
Yeah, and we'll see what they do with that. I mean, of course, I say that knowing full well about Cars 2 and Monsters University.
Monsters University was alright.
It was okay, but it was mostly redeemed by the very 3rd act.
Yeah, that ending thing, you were just like,
yeah,
wow, that got deep in developing.
Yeah. The problem with like, and we'll talk about this when we get more into Finding Dory, because we got a trailer for that one too, is like kind of where Pixar chooses to take its sequels, because I feel like this is the obvious route, and there's the rehashing route they've done a few times.
Yeah.
Because like looking back at Monster University, I was like, that's when it's like, okay, if we're making Monster University sequel, fine, but why make it a prequel? Why not just make it where Boo grows up?
Yep.
Like that's like
actually what they were originally considering, I think.
like I feel like that'd be the obvious solution, and yet they didn't go that route, which is kind of baffling to me.
But especially when you realize they had some plot holes in that whole thing too. It was like, didn't they say they met like when they were 5 years old?
Yeah, we've talked that point to death, but I don't know. Maybe they were 5 years. We don't know how their lifespan works. Maybe they just age really fast. But anyway. So yeah, like it's a simple coming of age story, and it's really sweet and it's really gorgeous, and it's not perfect. It's not gonna win any awards, I don't think, but I had a good time. Like sometimes that's all I need.
Yeah.
Especially since I feel like shit the past couple days. Like a simple time is what I need. Better than Victor Frankenstein. I don't know. We haven't seen that one. It could be spectacular. I don't know. I'm trying to talk Patrick and go see that.
Who is this Patrick you speak of?
Have you ever seen the Paul Blart Mall Cop 2 review?
He said it was a masterpiece.
Yep, that's the one.
Huh.
But he hates horror movies, so it'd be like, okay, here's the deal. I'll adjust our Chipmunks 2 requirements if you go see Victor Frankenstein. So see if he actually does it. Because he really wants to go see Chipmunks 4. He's like, dude, I have ideas.
Oh god.
He's for real?
Yeah, he's for real.
I still don't know if he's for real or just trolling.
It's a little bit of both, I think. But I've actually got someone emailed me actually asking me that question, actually. It's like, does he really like these movies, or are he just fucking with you? It's like, honestly, probably a bit of both. But I mean, there's not a whole lot to say about the movie. It's a fun, simple movie.
Yeah.
Go into it just like an open mind. Don't expect Inside Out, but just go in there. It's like, it's a good dinosaur western.
Yeah, part of me does wish there was a bit more of a villain in there. It's like kind of the same thing like Brave. There was just kind of like you get like the one small thing.
Yeah, although I will say I think what's the guy's name? Thunderclap. I will say I think I left more of an impression than the fucking bear in Brave did.
Yeah, he did.
So like, I mean, at least he had some lines. He actually like had a scene where he left like a genuinely creepy impression. So I was like,
yeah.
Okay, at least he had that going for him.
What was it? Yeah, it's a critter. Correction. A free critter. Chomp! And it's like, holy. And then, like, they didn't actually tear it apart, but they actually tried to. And it's like,
yeah. It's probably
wow.
Probably the most violent Pixar movie I've seen in a long time. And there's that great scene where like the T-Rex herders are sitting around a campfire and telling stories about how they got the horrible scars they had on there. And by the way, I fucking love Sam Elliott to death. I wish he was in more movies nowadays, but either way, just perfect casting as like just the leader T-Rex Longhorn herder, whatever the hell they call him. But
yeah,
either way, it is like he has a big bite mark on the side of his face. So it sounds like, and then like I can't do Sam Elliott, but
I'm trying. No, that sounds more like Billy Bob Thornton.
Yeah, I love it. Or like fucking what's it?
We are low on space, I noticed. Or
I forgot to clear the memory again. Hold on. I keep doing this. Shut up.
Oh, we got 3 minutes left.
We gotta talk about trailers. I'll be right back. All right, we're back. Sorry about that. I keep fucking doing that. I've been really lazy about that lately. Anyway, yes, we're talking about Sam Elliott as the T-Rex. But yeah, I'm just like, he's telling this horror story. He goes, I don't know if you're ready to hear this story, son. Oh, come on, tell us. Okay. All right, fine. It was traveling the wilderness for 3 days with no water until I finally found a watering hole.
Until I find a water hole.
Something like that. And I started to look down to see the croc, and then some croc came up. One of them bit me in the face, but I wasn't going to go down without a fight. So I grabbed one, I ripped it clean in half. All of it.
Yeah, one. Yeah. Other one. Yeah, one of them I smacked away with my tail.
The other one, I watched him drown in his own blood. It's kind of like, fucking Jesus. This is a kid's movie. Come on.
A family picture. I don't know. By the time they got to the psychedelic peaches, anything was possible.
Yeah, I keep forgetting about psychedelic peaches. Like I was
that's some of the like creepiest imagery.
Then I was like, what the fuck was the point of that? How'd that make the final cut?
Yeah. That should not have been. I don't know. Personally, that should not have been in the final film.
I mean, it's not really that big of a deal. It's just kind of there and it's gone. But,
Yeah, it's just.
I mean, I guess you could
so
say it's a
many
bonding experience.
Yep. That's right.
Yeah.
They're bonding over peyote.
You don't?
And
Oh, that's-
encouraging kids for mushrooms.
I don't want to go that far, but
Yeah. Just think, they'll be totally addicted to peaches. We'll raise that vitamin C count through the roof.
get pissed off kids
Yeah.
going, this is giving me a psychedelic trip at all. What the fuck? Movie lie to me. Yeah. Because apparently all my kids I know are foul-mouthed.
I want to go to Wonderland.
Oh,
You know, come think of it, Alice in Wonderland was a worse advocate
Yeah.
for drugs than
Yeah.
this movie is.
now, you need LSD for that.
Is that how your drug dealer talks to you?
Yeah.
I mean, Jerry's a nice guy, but he's kind of weird. We both know this. I mean, other than just parts of the characters I liked and stuff like that, there's not a whole lot more to talk about. It's a very simple movie.
Yeah.
Which apparently is a step up from the overly complicated movie movie was originally going to be, from what I heard.
I know nothing about what the original was supposed to be.
Well, apparently that's what the delays came in, because they kept adding stuff to it. It's getting really complicated. It's getting really convoluted, and finally it's like, okay, we need to take a step back,
Yeah.
and that's why that caused like a huge delay for a while.
On that topic, probably one of the best scenes they had, in which they had some good simplicity, and probably the best character development was when Arlo was trying to explain to Spot about his family situation.
That was the tearjerker scene. Yeah, I mean, not as effective as people keep saying they cried at Bane Bond. Honestly, I still haven't cried at Bane Bond, but
Yeah. This ain't the ending of Toy Story 3, or the opening of Up, or the middle of Up.
no, but it's still very effective. But no, there's a part where Arlo's trying to talk to Spot, kind of explain where he comes from and what his family's like and all that stuff. So he does it through twigs and a little circle, says this is my family.
Yeah. And he's like, oh, you don't understand. Then Spot, right after, he puts up 3 twigs, puts up a circle around that. And then not 5 seconds later, basically knocks down the 2 twigs on the sides and buries them in the dirt. And it's like,
Oh.
wow.
And in that day, Bruce Waynstone became caveman.
I am caveman.
Ooga, ooga. Bam, bam. Anyway. Oh, I can't do that. Crap. Oh, yes, laughing at my pain, asshole.
Caveman got your tongue?
Shut the fuck up. Throw you into a river. But yeah, I mean, it's an enjoyable movie. It's not God damn it. I can't do Batman right now. You talk. I need a quicker.
Hey, you're doing Batman now.
Fuck off. Asshole. Stop laughing, you pricks. I'm dying here.
All right, I'll try to translate your coughs, but, it's kind of a rough translation. Rougher than his throat right now. That's why he needs the halls.
Fuck you.
Translation, we really enjoyed this movie.
There we go.
Yeah.
Okay. Fuck you. I'm fuck you, especially fuck you. I don't know, how you doing, buddy? You doing okay? You doing alright? Just ha ha ha. Look at him coughing. Look at him crying in the corner of his car. Hardy fucking har.
Look at him choke on his phlegm and die breathing. He's not breathing.
That would have been dark. Season finale. Michael's dead. Wes will be taking over next year.
Ding dong, the nerd is dead. Which old nerd? The comic nerd!
Somebody please write that song. I would pay good money to go see that. Sometimes we get like a really good movie. There's not much to talk about. It's like we just stick around in the car for like 20 minutes because we feel like we need to have kill time.
In that case, let's talk about the trailers.
Oh, just so you guys know, like I know, I keep skipping movies lately. We were supposed to go see what was it, the night before, like last week, but we had like scheduling problems / I got super sick and I just did not have the time or energy to go.
And I doubt you would have had the patience for it either.
No, I mean, like, I heard Michael Shannon was in it. That kind of made me like, oh, damn it, I'm kind of sad I missed that now. But it's like, I don't know. At the same time, I feel like it's a Seth Rogen movie. If you've seen every review for any of my Seth Rogen movies, you probably know what I would think about it.
Well, for me, it's just, from the people who made Neighbors, and the interview,
Yeah, I mean, I still got to see, like, another fucking Will Ferrell movie in the near future, so that'll be my comeuppance, but... I mean, I'm trying to get better about not skipping movies, but just it's that time of year where just so much is happening all at once. Yeah. It's hard just to find time.
It's the most horrible time of the year.
And I just know Christmas is going to be me by myself seeing like 5 movies in a row because so much comes out on Christmas Day.
I might join.
Hey, you're welcome.
If I'm not in Santa Cruz.
Yeah, see, that's the problem. Like, everyone goes out of town.
Yeah. I'm not sure how long it's stay. Like, I'll probably join like in the evening or something.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. But...
Or the following day.
Or whatever the case may be. Anywho, or Patrick will join.
I hear how I told you how I celebrated Christmas one time.
What was it?
I remember I just ended up watching Walk Hard twice in one day.
Of all movies to watch, why that one? At least go with Die Hard or something.
So I enjoyed that movie.
Which one was Walk Hard?
That was the John C. Reilly one where they basically made fun of all the music biopics.
Oh, yeah. I forgot about that movie. Yeah. Alright, yeah, so let's talk about trailers. The first trailer we got was for...
Oh! I know what we forgot to talk about.
What?
Sanjay Super Friends.
Oh, yeah, the short we got at the beginning.
It's like, shit, we got a short!
Oh, yeah, the short. That was a cute short.
Yeah, I enjoyed that. Like, kind of a great marriage of like culture and fantasy. Kind of like having like that weird middle ground of like how showing how his son found a way to bond with his father.
Yeah, it's clearly a personal story since it was like
based on a true story.
Based on a true story because the guy who wrote
mostly,
mostly, but because it was written and directed by the guy who's also starring in it. Yeah. So I'm like, I don't know, it was cute. I enjoyed it. It was like, it was very well animated. The style was great.
Yeah.
I mean, it's kind of like, yeah, that sounds like a lot of fantasy that I had in my head when I was a kid too. So, because we all imagine ourselves as the hero.
Well, not even that. It's just kind of the idea of like how he was able to find a way to actually connect to like the religious influence. Mm-hmm. Because they're shown, obviously, him and his father are Hindu. Mm-hmm. So they basically he found a way like these gods he really had no interest in. And he basically ends up turning them into like superheroes that have like these awesome powers. And I was like, well, that would have got me freaking interested in it.
Right?
Yeah, it's kind of like in Simpsons when Bart was reading the comics on.
I don't watch Simpsons.
Sorry,
why are you talking about this like I would know?
I keep forgetting. Sorry, there's an episode with Liam Neeson as like a super cool priest, and so he gave him like these comics of like saints, and they found ways to make him like super badass and all that.
Nice.
Yeah.
I was just like, why do you keep referring to Simpsons as if I'm supposed to get that?
Sorry. Which episode is that? Which season and episode is that?
That was the end of the 16th season, I think.
Okay. 16th season.
But yeah.
That shows you, like, maybe the show should have died off a long time ago.
Well, it's because I binge watched several seasons in one day and I can't remember which one it was. But yeah, Liam Neeson was in it. That's all you gotta know.
Fair enough. All right, so then we got. So yeah, the show was cute. For trailer wise, we got something. This is on my list here. Oh, I walked into the trailer for Ratchet and Clank.
Oh yeah.
I'm optimistic about that movie.
Just because of some of the gags they had. Like, the narrator basically made that trailer. Like, all the stuff behind it was not very good, but the narrator freaking stole it.
It's like, I'm a huge Ratchet and Clank fan.
Yeah.
Like, I've been playing it since, like, the very first game, way back in the old PS2 days, and I've been, like, playing every game since then.
I've only played part of the second one, but I remember what I played was pretty funny.
I mean, but, like, the game has never been well known for their story, necessarily.
Yeah.
It's more about, like, the gadgets and the gameplay and the characters and all that stuff. Much more than the story. Or even the humor, I would say. But, very slapsticky humor.
Still, favorite line was, and from the ashes, a beautiful friendship will form. Well, not beautiful, but definitely attractive. You know, a 7 out of 10. It's definitely a 7.
I completely missed that line until you said
Oh,
it.
that was my favorite bit.
But yeah, so like I'm hopeful about that movie. I hope it turns out good. It'd be nice to have like a good video game movie for a change.
I'm still convinced that, well, I'm hopeful Warcraft will be that movie.
I got questions about Warcraft, man.
As I said, main reason I think it'll do well is because, one, like, a lot of good lore and story that Blizzard's actually been very helpful with for the movie. And secondly, the director, I'm a huge fan of.
I'm just saying that so far the best video game adaptation we've gotten so far was the fucking South Park Warcraft episode.
Live to win, do or die! I can't
See the light that's in your eyes,
day by day. I'm not giving in. Live to win. Yeah, win. That was just such an epic song.
This is what goes on behind the scenes of our show.
There's the one in the back.
You're just guessing,
as I
like,
watch in the back of the car.
Yes.
As the Asian watches in the back of the car.
Well, apparently you actually are like an avid watcher of the show, or fairly avid.
Yes.
Or just lie to me.
Your videos are on QA.
What does that mean?
You're on Q. Basically, you're on what? They're on the list.
Okay, I'll accept that.
You're queued.
Okay.
You're queued on YouTube.
Yay!
Yeah, just tell me alive. Michael the Comic Nerd is the best show ever.
Bitch, that's just fact.
Watch his review. That's my boy. He gets angsty.
And I get my ass kicked.
That's true. That's still a single best sketch we've ever done.
Every time I show people, they lose their shit over the for science. Yeah.
Boom.
Yeah.
Which part? The quick cut or the slow-mo?
Just everything, but I do remember people just love the slow-mo just for the fact that, like, I just end up...
The funny part is, like, the audio I used for that was a completely different clip. I just synced it up and it worked so perfectly I decided not to change it. But anywho, so, where was it going this? What were we talking about? Oh, Ratchet and Clank. Yeah.
For science.
I mean, like, if we just get Dr. Nefarious in robot form by the time the movie's over, I'll be happy. Because, do you know who Dr. Nefarious is?
I have not played enough of those games.
He's like the single best villain in the series. Like, he's like a human. Like, he's in the trailer.
Yeah. Was he the guy that sounded suspiciously like Will Ferrell?
No, you're talking about no. That's not the guy.
Okay.
It's the one who has this really high pitched voice. It kind of sounds like the Monarch.
Oh, the guy. Oh, right.
How high pitch? Really high pitched.
No, a little lower than that.
I didn't say Drago. I said Drogo. Count Drogo. You're supposed to be my Khaleesi.
You're supposed to be me by Khaleesi.
Yeah, that's pretty much. Yeah, that's the guy. But either way, because at random times he'll like yell really loud, and then his system will break, and so he's playing some random soap opera. It's kind of amazing.
All right, next movie.
We got Kung Fu Panda 3. This series has a reputation for having really bad trailers, but surprisingly amazing films.
Yeah.
It's a weird pattern, because it's like, you watch trailers for anyone who's like, wow, this looks absolutely terrible.
Also the same thing for Phil Lord and Chris Miller movies.
Which one are we talking about specifically?
Lego Movie, the Jump Street movies.
Yeah, well, that was a really bad trailer. It's like, well, the movie's like really fucking good. And I'm a big fan of the Kung Fu Panda series, which is a sentence I never thought I would say as an adult.
I've never seen the series.
It's actually really good.
Yeah, it is.
Like, it's deceitful. It's deceitful. The trailers make it look really bad, but watch the movies like, this is like really good characters and like really good action, really good like good shit.
One of the only instances you actually like Seth Rogen too.
I know. Granted, he's barely in the movie, either one of the movies really, but. And the second one is like arguably even better, to be honest. Only because Gary Oldman plays a great villain.
Yeah. I still like the first one a little bit more, but the second was such a close second. Though.
Yeah, I agree. I feel like the first one had a bit more better pace, and I feel like it kind of had more focus on, quite frankly, the more interesting character than Jack Black.
Yeah.
This one, like, I don't know how J.K. Simmons is gonna do as the villain.
That was J.K. Simmons?
You didn't know that?
No, I didn't.
How do you not recognize his voice?
I don't know.
Well, yeah, J.K. Simmons.
Oh, things I learned.
How do you not recognize Cave Johnson's voice? It's just a distinct voice.
Oh, sorry. I was thinking of. Oh, not J.K. Simmons. I was getting names and actors confused, but yeah, that makes much more sense.
Okay, yeah, I was gonna say it's Cave Johnson, dude. Come on.
I don't know. I think when you said that, I just thought Louis C.K. for some reason.
Oh, yeah, no, that's not Louis C.K.
Yeah.
No, J.K. Simmons. So like, he doesn't quite have the villainous presence that Gary Oldman has. So I was like, I don't know how it's gonna work, but we'll see.
It seems like they're playing it more for laughs than having like. But yeah,
I don't know. They did for Gary. Like, they did in the trailers for other trailers too, and that turned out to be vastly different than what we actually got. So who knows? Either he has Bryan Cranston. That's gonna be good. Yep. So I'm looking forward to that one. Then we got Finding Dory, which comes into why not just make Nemo older? I don't get that.
For Dory makes more sense because I mean, given her tendencies, it felt fitting. Also, kind of help develop her a bit more too.
True. I mean, like that's just because they're making a sequel. It's kind of what I issue at Cars 2. Is like, why are you making it about this side character who works in doses? I'm not sure will work as a focus of the movie.
Yeah, it sounds generous. It's very hard to actually. She's much more tolerable in longer doses than Larry the Cable Guy.
Cable guy. Fuck Cars 2. No, like, I mean, if anyone can pull it off, I think, in this kind of sequel, it would definitely be what's
Ellen DeGeneres?
Ellen DeGeneres. Yeah, I was gonna say Ellen Page. I knew that wasn't right. I have more faith in Ellen DeGeneres than I do Larry the Cable Guy. So we'll see how that goes. But it's like at the same time, like I feel like the obvious solution for a sequel would just be make Nemo older, but they're not doing that for some reason.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, fine. If they don't do that for The Incredibles, I'm gonna be massively disappointed.
Well, yeah, because they have to find ways to tackle the teenage problems of being grown up for the kids.
I know, like, that's such an obvious place to take the sequel. I was like, they gotta do that. I mean, it's the only logical place to take the story. Don't keep Dash as a 10-year-old. Don't do that. That's me projecting my wants on the next sequel. And Cars 3, just cancel it.
Please.
It's not gonna happen. What do you think about Finding Dory?
Back to Cars 3, I'm actually the one who, a bit, I have a little bit of a guilty pleasure for Cars 1 and 2.
You liked Cars 2, didn't you?
To an extent.
You're gonna have to better define that.
It's a guilty.
If you want to get this out of this car alive, you're gonna better define that.
As he said, it's a guilty pleasure, the same way that everybody loves Street Fighter is a guilty pleasure. The movie, not the game. Everyone loves that for legit
cannot
reasons.
describe it. The cars got me.
Especially Bruce Campbell.
But he dies a horrible death in that movie.
So we hold on to the fact that he was in there for a few minutes. Thank God I never watched that movie, though. Hear a little summary of it was more than enough.
Then we got Zootopia, which, I don't know. The characters look fun.
Really standout trailer.
Yeah.
You like, think so? I don't know.
I laughed. We were all laughing fairly hard, I'd say.
Yeah.
I mean, like, I see
got
the
a
trailer.
reaction.
I think I liked it more when I was watching it with other people. When I was watching it by myself, it's kind of like, okay, I feel like the dragging this joke on a little too long. But
yeah.
I mean, the characters look fun. So, like, that's kind of looking for, it's like, okay, I mean, I always have a questionable any movie that has to feel the need to tell me what an anthropomorphic animal is before the movie starts. I was like, this is going into a ground you do not want to go in, movie. Because you look up anthro online, you are not going to find things you ever wanted to see ever. Or maybe you did. I don't know. I try not to judge.
I'm just thinking about Goofy.
Don't Google Goofy anthro. You'll never be able to unsee it. Get over here. I got some hookers in the back. Anyway.
I'm reaching for my phone. The sloths.
Yep. I mean, like, the Rebel looks fun. The Fox looks fun.
Yeah, well, Jason Bateman is always usually pretty fun.
Oh, is Jason Bateman in this movie?
Yeah, he was the Fox.
That makes sense. Yeah, that's good casting right there.
Yeah.
Either way, it actually looks good, so we'll see how that turns out. Then we got Angry Birds, which we've kind of talked about before.
Yeah, we'll see how that one turns out.
And then The Secret Life of Pets. I just want this movie to fucking come out so I can stop getting the same goddamn trailer in every fucking movie I see.
That was actually the first time I ever saw that trailer.
Oh, aren't you fucking lucky? I've seen this trailer since like last summer, and it's coming out this summer. Same trailer.
Are we past this summer? I'm kidding. I'm being a smart ass.
I was gonna say, yeah,
But yeah, so-
it's December. Do I need to explain to you how seasons work?
Yeah. I keep forgetting that it's not coming out till next year.
I know. That's why I was like, okay, how much time? Summer 2016. Fuck. Means I gotta sit there and see the same. At least give me a new trailer. I mean, just give me something.
Yeah. Oh yeah. We've got so much material to show. You gotta help us. We have nothing.
I don't know. Anyway, so I think that's all we got for trailers. So you guys ain't got any last minute thoughts?
Not really. I mean, it's just as you said. It's like a simple Pixar movie, you know, for better or worse. But it was enjoyable. Like it was. I enjoyed it more than I anticipated.
Yeah, same here.
Like it's still one of their, you know, lesser works, but hell, even their lesser works are, you know, good. So it's
Yeah,
something.
better than Cars 2. And even like I would say like A Bug's Life too. I'd say like it's better than that one.
You know, watch that one again.
Yeah, it's been a long time. But
Yeah.
what do you think? Any last words on there, Leonard? You know, so chatty for this whole review. But maybe we can't get you to shut up. But you know, I figured I'd give you one last chance.
Hi, I'm Asian, and my name is Leonard.
Full circle.
Someone's gonna make that a meme, and it's gonna be really awkward. Asian Leonard says hi. Wouldn't it be great if like someone like that's never gonna happen with like one of those old school like polling things you have as a kid? The Asian Leonard says hi.
I'm Leonard, and I'm Asian.
You switched
I'm just imagining all
Like,
just
the white Grant says hi.
So I'm just imagining though, just someone also just saying Asian Leonard is Asian. Oh, and I have been dedunked from Captain Obvious.
Yeah, you know, it's more like private obvious. Anyway, yeah, so you got any actual final thoughts? You just want to point out that you're Asian.
Psychedelic peaches.
That is all.
Okay. I'm white, and I apologize.
I am also white, but I do not.
Racist bastard.
Damn right.
The Grant says, I'm racist.
That was taken out of context.
You just agreed to it. You just said you were racist. What the fuck are you talking about? Alright, so yeah, like I said, it's a simple... That's like saying, I'm a Nazi. Oh, you're a Nazi? Whoa, don't take my words out of context, sir. Putting words in my mouth.
Thank you, Ted. That was the joke.
I think Hitler was right. Whoa!
Yeah, I'm a Nazi. A grammar Nazi. Oh.
There's no good kind of Nazi, Grant. You forgot the grammar Nazi here. You need the grammar, no grammar's place for you. Go take a shower. Anyway.
No. You forgot to cross your T's and X's.
Oh boy. Alright, on that note. Yeah, I recommend this movie. And of course, this has been Asian Leonard and Racist Grant. and I'm
White nerd, aka the only kind. I'm kidding.
Oh. I'm gonna tell people at Comic-Con you said that, they're gonna be pissed. It's gonna be a bunch of white Asians and
What?
What?
white people and Asians. I mean, like, together. We'll find a united front. Leonard, you can lead the charge.
You just found a way to make white and Asian become a peach.
What does that even mean? Okay, but
I don't know. Psychedelic peaches.
I think we're just losing our minds right now.
blame it on the cold. All right, guys, I'll be back later this week. We're doing Creed for sure. That's what we're going to review on Friday. So If you haven't already seen the movie, go see it because we're gonna.
I'm hoping I can join you for that one.
Yeah,
'cause I really want to see that.
Yeah, because me and Ron are gonna talk about that on Friday.
Yeah.
So, and Ron has been on there for a while, so I'm giving him priority
Yeah.
on that one.
So, did you already see it then? Or?
No, I'm probably gonna see it tomorrow night.
Okay.
If I don't see Victor Frankenstein first.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I'll probably go see it like Friday morning.
Yeah. Save Creed for me!
You're on the show all the time.
I'm an attention whore.
Yeah. Like, I can really judge you on that.
He loves being fabulous.
He still needs to work at it. But anyway. Alright, guys. Thank y'all for watching. See you later.